recently, in the last 5-6 years, has been developing a mice for specific game genre, as opposed to, like a mouse that does everything, or plays all games. We don't really believe that there's one mouse that you can use for all games, because people play different styles and need different elements. This is very similar to the Naga. As a matter of fact, it's called the Naga Hex, except where the Naga was meant primarily for MMOs. It had 12 buttons, membrane buttons, and typically you don't pound a lot of buttons when you play MMOs. It's not when you play an RPG, you tend to hit a lot more buttons a lot faster, and you need you're hacking and slashing, so it's a great Diablo mouse or something. So what we did on this one was we changed the configuration to hexagon, 6 buttons, and we changed them to switches. They're all they're switches, the same switches that we use in the Onza, so like the Onza switch, and so they're actually mechanical as opposed to a membrane. Now there's 2 advantages. One advantage is the number of clicks. On a membrane, you'd be lucky to hit 120 to 150 a minute. This you'll hit 250 a minute. So we actually tested it. The top gamers can hit 250 clicks a minute, which is great for an action RPG. And the other thing is that in terms of just wearability, mechanical has about a 10 times longer life than a membrane switch. So this has got it's tested for each button for 10 million cycles. Now that's pretty good. It's not as good as mechanical, the cherry keys, which are 50 million cycles, but they're really expensive. So this is a pretty interesting product. Each button is programmable. You can chord them. You can assign keys. You can write macros to them, unlimited macros to the drivers. And the drivers, I don't know if you've heard about, we announced it as a beta. I think at PAX we announced it as a beta. Was our Synapse 2.0. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
That's where you store everything on the cloud. Okay, so you store all your profiles for this product and a lot of our new products. And we actually just released the final version, so it's actually gone gold today. So it's no longer a beta, it's for real. So we now have, this will be our first mouse. The beta was we're doing the Naga beta, so that's still good. And then this keyboard here. Synapse drivers, but I can show it to you on something else. But they are very, very full. Those drivers will allow you to store unlimited profiles, the most complex profiles you wanted. Assign every key to the mouse, to the keyboard, to the gamepad, whatever it is you're working with, and then access them no matter where you go, because they stay on the cloud and they don't have to stay in your mouse or on your system. when we did the original Synapse 1.0, that was just adding memory, a limited amount of memory to the mouse itself or the keyboard. And that was short-lived because it would only hold like 5 profiles. All the other profiles had to be stored on the computer. No more than 5. We were finding gamers were writing 30, 40 profiles because they were playing a lot of different games, or they might have, like playing World of Warcraft, they might have, 10 or 12 different tunes, So they write a profile for every character. So the cloud made a lot of sense. As far as speeds and feeds, it's a 5800 dpi laser sensor. It's a 32-bit processor, full ultra polling if you want, USB ultra polling. So it's got all the bells and whistles, rated cord, lasts really longer, 1 millisecond of latency. It's really, really nice mouse. Lighting is really, really good. It's got a new finish that we just introduced, which is kind of like cool for Razer. And we're doing a lot more things now with Razer Green. We used to use a lot of blue. Now you're going to see more things in green. It's kind of our signature, black and green. Wide. That's been our signature color and signature look for a long, long time. NVIDIA copied us. All that. I don't know why. Oh well. I really wanted to show you this. It's very, very cool. Yeah, we're not hooked up to the internet. That's what's happening. We lost our connection, so I can't even demo any of this right now. But anyway, any questions on them? Oh, it's $79.99, and we started taking pre-orders today on Razer Zone. It'll be out late this month. A really neat mouse for people who like to play games like the
Is that just corded, or it has your?
No, it's just corded only. Yeah, we wanted to keep the price down. The combination cord, cord and cordless adds another $30 to retail, more, $50.